Good morning, guys. Isn't it beautiful? Isn't life grand when you got a cool Shindawa 757 you're fixing to play with? Sun's coming up. It is an absolutely beautiful morning. September the 15th? Yes, September the 15th. We've enjoyed a really mild summer here in Atlanta. August is obviously always the hottest month, but we got a lot of rain in August and that kept temperatures down. It's been brilliant, really. So what I'm fixing to do is do a test cut, and then I'm going to go and I'm going to try and sharpen this chain, see if I can get it sharper. This is a Husqvarna C83 X-Cut. Now I believe this is the one that Randy hit just to get a couple quick swipes on, and it made it actually slower than it was out of the box. So I'm going to attempt to get it faster than it is. Depending on how much faster it is, I'll then put it against a brand new out of the box C83. Tin Man just recently did a video where he got one considerably sharper, and I was very impressed by that and inspired. So I've often claimed that you can't get this faster than it is out of the box by a simple swipe, right? And I still believe that's true. Tin Man, it looked like he actually did a full sharpening on it. That's not a simple swipe in my book. Maybe to him, but regardless of whatever is going on, he got that chain to cut faster, and it looked really smooth, really smooth. But you could tell, it looked like from the video that he hit the rakers, which in my head, if you're hitting the rakers, then you've taken a considerable amount out of that tooth, out of the cutter. And so anyways, whatever, I was impressed by his sharpening abilities, and I really need to turn my sharpening abilities up, okay? And so we're gonna give that a shot and see how it goes. This here, of course, is the Shindawa 757 that I have ported, and I will be running at Sawfest for the 74cc class. Oof! Oh. What a beauty. Little high on the low side, or a little lean. I ain't gonna worry about that. Well, it shouldn't be too hard to get too much faster than that. All that paint is burning right off of that muffler. Telling you what. So yeah, clearly this may not be the chain that I was thinking it was. Clearly this has been sharpened before, and the rakers need to come down. So it shouldn't be difficult for me. I have set the bar very low for myself this time. Because look at that, the chips. That's not good chips at all. That's borderline powder. So, as odd as it seems, I'm actually a little bit happy about this because it sets the bar low for me, and I'm not the very best sharpener in the world, so I should be able to easily beat that. I was trying to just let the saw eat, but I had to push on it a little bit to get it through there. So, should be able to make a nice dent in this chain now. We'll see. Okay guys, here we are. We got it all lined up for you. I have learned to wear gloves when sharpening a chain because, man, whenever you slip, hit those teeth, cut you up real nice. There we are. There's the tooth we're working with. So let's get us lined up with my, where's my master link? There we go. So we're starting right here. I learned from old Richard Flagg, start on the side that is not, you're not comfortable with first, right? You can tell that, so this right here, going this direction, is the side that I am least comfortable with. Because if you feel each one of these all the way down the line, all the way, every one of them, this side, it's not as sharp. This side, nice cat's claw right there. So that's amazing. So thanks, Richard, for putting out your little video. I hope you see this. If somebody tell him, that is going to help me out, I think, because yeah, I always start out with the side that is easier for me, which is this one, right? Going in this direction. But then I'm at the end of my widths whenever I hit the side that's hardest for me. So that doesn't work. Another thing that I noticed right off the bat is nearly every tooth has a lip right there, and it shouldn't. How do I get that smooth? All right, what is causing that, guys? I know it shouldn't be there. Like, I'm getting hung on that. It should be nice and smooth. And that right there is going to cause for my gullet or whatever it is to not cut very well. The top plate is still good and sharp, right? But this right here has burrs on the outside edge. And I think that's slowing me down a lot. So, without further ado, let's get to it. Down first. I've watched a lot of Buckins filing videos, and they are helpful a lot. But it's one thing to watch a video and think you know how it's done. It's another thing to actually put it in practice. So, again, I'm trying to get down so that my file can actually get back. Now we're going to start working it back. I'm still not even touching the top plate. I'm trying to. I'm getting there. It's starting to touch now. Going smooth at the end. Real, not much pressure. There, ooh, that's nice and smooth there now. Maybe that's good. That's the problem with wearing gloves. You got to take them on and off. That's a nice sharp edge. But look how that rolled up on me on the edge over here. Can you see that? You can. So it definitely, look at that burr. How do I avoid that? It's got a nice pronounced hook now. Come on, come on, come up. There we go. We're going to call that tooth done. Moving on. All right, I think we're good there. Now we'll work it back. I'm really starting to drag on that top plate now. Come on. Surely I got it by now. And boy, it feels nice and sharp. How good can you see that? Can you see all this burr? I mean, it is on there. Should I flat file that? I don't know. Well, anyways, I won't bore you guys with this. 2 teeth, I think, is enough for me to show you how I'm doing it, and maybe you guys can give some good feedback. But let's see what we got here. Come on, focus. There we go. I'm on the wrong tooth. There we go. That's what I just did. I don't know. It looks like it needs more. I need to go back in further. This is the one previously. That one looks pretty good. That one, I think I'm good with that. But now, this one, I'm going to go at that a little bit more. Dig in there a little further. Anyways, that's enough for this. Next time you see this chain, I'll be putting it in the wood. I definitely got to hit the rakers too, of course, but I'll be putting it in the wood. Okay, let's see if we can't see this stuff. I personally think that it doesn't look like it has enough of a beak. And I've tried getting way down in there. And look at all those little burrs that's left. I've tried getting way down in there in the gullet. I'm using a 7/32 file. I feel like it's too big for this chain, but I don't know. I don't know. You guys tell me, how does that look? To me, it looks like it doesn't have enough of a beak. All right, but that's just me. Here's from the back side. Look, again, with the burrs on this side. What? Am I filing too hard? I tried filing more gently and smooth, I guess, but it didn't seem to work. But all this stuff down in the gullet, you can feel it on this backside. It's got to be slowing me down, because that right there, that is what cuts the wood. This top plate lifts it, lifts the wood up so that this can get in there and cut it off. Anyways, please let me know your thoughts. I want to hear them. We're going to go run this, and depending on how good it feels, if it feels like it's really feeding on its own well in the wood and it's really cutting nice and smooth, then I'll go ahead and I'll try it against an actual stock new off the roll C83 chain and see if I got it faster. I don't know. One thing's for sure is this C83 does not have as much tooth as a Steel RS, and it especially doesn't have as much tooth as the Oregon EXL. So like this thing, it won't have as many sharpenings in it as an Oregon EXL, I think. That's my thoughts. But anyways, look, you can see the burr on that backside there. What the hell? You know, I guess I'm just pushing too hard, making it roll over instead of cutting right there. But I'm going to go ahead and run it as is. I spent a lot of time on this. I did. Oh, gotta clean that camera. I spent a good hour on this chain. I was going slow and deliberate. I really want to succeed at this. I really want to try and get this to cut faster than a stock out of the box C83. Because I'm going to try and do this with every chain that I run at Sawfest. We'll see. I'm trying. Okay, so here we go. Better check the gas. Definitely got some in there. Not a whole lot though. Such a nice saw. Hopefully that's still hooked up. So it's definitely cutting a lot better than it was. It's pulling. It could pull itself through the log. I'm going to go ahead and slap on a stock C83 chain on here, and we'll see how she cuts. Oh. Look at that beak. Look at that beak. There's no way my chain's going to outrun that. No way. No way. But maybe I just need a smaller file. I mean, I was digging down in there. Anyways, we'll see. And I am running an 8-pin sprocket on this, and I realized whenever I cut this that I had the chain overwhelmingly tight because I had just sharpened the chain. So you tighten it up whenever you're sharpening. But in order to make things fair, this one's overwhelmingly tight as well. That's chomping the wood. There's no way that chain that I just spent an hour on will outcut this. There's just no way. This thing, you could feel it. It's just digging in, just cutting. Give me suggestions of what I should do. My natural inclination is that I need to go with a smaller file so that I can get a more pronounced beak, because I couldn't exactly drive. I was really digging downward in the gullet, trying to give room for that big 7/32 file to get up underneath the top plate. But I was clearly unsuccessful. So, and this is, I'm not looking to make, well, this is stock. The other chain, I'm not looking to make a good cutting firewood chain. I'm looking to make a fast chain. Fast. I want it to be fast and smooth. So please give me your suggestions. But before you go, this 757 is so damn nice. Now, granted, it's ported and it runs really strong. The only reason I would recommend a 372 over this thing, or a steel, say, 440, or the 442 or 462 or any of those, whatever. Echo's 7310. The only reason I would recommend any of those saws over this is simple availability. This is a nice saw. This is smooth, powerful, got the revs, lightweight considering. I mean, that's nice. And I don't know if I'll be able to do it before Sawfest or not, but I will go back into this because there is room for improvement on the port work. I just, because it had, the intake floor was at like 85, I think, 85 degrees. And it was at 85 degrees just from me cutting the base. And so there was a lot of stuff that I didn't touch because I wasn't certain if it was going to be spitting back or not. And so now that I know that it's not spitting back and everything, I can go back into this and do more stuff and I think get it to cut even faster. But talk about nice, you know. I said it to somebody, or I said it in the video. I'm not gonna say I ain't ever gonna sell this, because I just talked with somebody this morning about those kinds of statements. Everything's for sale. It's all about a number. But I mean, it would take a lot to get this out of my hands. We're talking, you'd have to get up to around $1,000, honestly. And even still, I would have to need the money for something else. Really, this is a nice effing saw. I love it. I'm not gonna say I like it better than my Johnson Red, because my Johnson Red, my 2171, I have not ported that yet. All right, but man, this is cool. This is nice saw. All right, just wanted to leave you with, this is episode 1 of what I will be calling the daily grind. Nah, it doesn't mean that I'm going to do it daily. It just sounds good that way. But that chain, it was it was a little bit more than 1 second slower in the glide down the shaft, which is consistent with the best results I've been able to get out of these C83s. So I will take that exact same chain and I will sharpen it again. This time I will try and dig in deeper into the gullet so that I can have a more pronounced beak. I'll also do more simple smoothing cuts so that the side plate is as sharp as can be. And I will be looking forward to y'all's suggestions of how I can make this chain faster. So I will not start over with another chain. This is the chain. I've already got a pretty good baseline going. I'm going to go back and it's going to be all about fine tuning. Fine tuning. So there we go. I mean, I did a good job. I mean, as it is, that chain right there should be able to outrun an Oregon EXL, hell, even a Hexa, and a Steel RS. It should be able to outrun any of those 3 chains out of the box. But it can't outrun the factory edge of a Husqvarna C83. I'm trying. But I mean, the previous or follow-up sharpenings should be easier at this point, because I really have established a pretty decent little profile on it. And moving forward,